who won. A comprehensive 4-1 victory secured with an impressive average of 92. Neither have got too many miles on the clock in this tournament, with 2 previous appearances each, but both have gone deep here at the Lakeside. Brian made it through to the quarterfinals in 2015. He's up to 14 in the BDO World Rankings list this year, while Jeff, last season's beaten finalist, is down the list at 30. That's principally because most of the events he plays are in North America. They don't have as many points available. Don't be deceived by that ranking or the fact that he's unseeded, because anybody who's been here in the last 2 years knows exactly what he is capable of.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg, it's Brian to throw first. Game on.
12 months ago, it was Smith who was victorious. They have met here since, just a month ago in the World Masters. Dawson secured
60.
Revenge on that occasion. This one will mean even more to him.
Absolutely right. They know each other's games really, really well. So there shouldn't be any real mystery when you come into this match. It's just a case of forget about what's happened before and try and get the W on tonight's stage match. But
46.
what I want to say is that Brian Dawson has actually won on this stage before. He's won the Gold Cup, which is one of the prettiest cups in all of world darts.
140.
And one of the hardest ones to lift as well.
$85. 60.
Jeff exuding confidence before the game. Felt that he hadn't done himself justice on Saturday when he beat Asada 3-1. He won 6 of the last 8 legs
45.
to win that. His average not great by his standards. It was 85. He ordinarily is in the low to mid-90s in his matches here.
83.
Felt much more confident today. I think Saturday was a day when logistics, sorting tickets out, this, that and the other, perhaps got on top of him.
60.
But he's had a clear run at
Jeff,
this one today.
161.
And he's expecting that that will be borne out here. Could have a fantastic 161 to start the match.
121.
I think if that was for the highest checkout of the tournament so far, he would have gone for that, but Glenn Durrant still has that 167 to his credit. So he's decided to lay up the tops.
99.
Very,
Jeff,
very wise darts
40.
from the silencer.
It's given him 3 darts and a double.
Game
Here
shot
he
on the first leg.
fires in with the second.
Smith. Second leg, it's Jeff to throw first. Game on.
And the silencer is already a leg up against the darts.
I'm not ashamed to say I'm a big fan of
100.
Jeff. I met him a few years ago in a place called London, Ontario. He came to one of our Pro Tour events. Knew nothing about him.
43.
And after he absolutely walloped me 6-1, I knew everything I needed to know about J. Smith.
83.
Jeff's from
96.
Hampton, New Brunswick. I'm sure that they'll be watching. About 6 o'clock. Night will have fallen there. It's been a sunny day over there. Minus 16, apparently. Good luck. 4 Fahrenheit.
100.
It's slightly warmer than that where Jeff is right now.
These Canadians, they don't mind a bit of cold. It's like summer over here for them right now.
140.
Speaking to Jeff on a few occasions, he always teases me a little bit because he knows that one of my favourite foods is crab.
129.
He always sends me pictures via social media saying, wish you were here, with a big crab in his hands.
45. Jeff, you require 89.
The first leg was impressive. This second one hasn't been too untidy either. Needed the treble to have a shot at a double.
It's probably fair to say that Dougie Dawson hasn't really found his scoring boots yet. J.Smith getting opportunities and not really being stretched.
40.
I hasten to say yet, because J.Smith tops.
Game
No
shot
problem.
on the second leg.
2-0 and a lovely little hole to back up that great throw in the first leg.
Game on.
Good start round the doubles. He was pretty tidy in that game against Asada. Around the doubles as well, he's finishing impressive. 10 out of 21.
97.
48%. If he's still 48% when he gets eliminated at the end of the tournament. He might not have been eliminated, if you see what I mean. That will be a good enough ratio for the potential champion.
Matt Smith at the top of the programme was mentioning that Jeff wasn't feeling himself the other day. He's a little bit under the weather.
100.
A bit croaky as well. Just made his accent sound even sexier. However, he's feeling a lot better today, and he has
59.
been preparing for this tournament with Darren Webster of Norfolk. There's one guy in World Darts who is like an Energizer bunny, and he's going to get you ready. It's Darren Webster.
58. $95.
Both men are in their third appearance at the Lakeside. 2015 on their debut. Jeff got to the semis. Brian to the quarterfinals,
60.
where he lost to
Brian, you require
eventual champion Scott Mitchell.
127.
He has his first chance to get one leg on the board here. Good first start. Will he go for bull? Probably not, with the Jeff
95.
not on the finish. Lays up short.
3 legs so far and 3 layups. There's a pattern emerging in this match so far, but
137. Brian, you require 32.
32 is one lovely number, but only if you hit it. Which he
Game
does.
shot on the third leg. Brian Dawson.
He's on the board.
Fourth leg, it's Jeff throwing first.
Now it's the Canadian throwing for the set.
$131.
Dougie Dawson from Barnsley.
60.
Ever been to Barnsley, Jim?
I have been to Barnsley plenty of times, yeah. Might have felt like -16 in Barnsley today as well, I would imagine.
I spent half my life in Barnsley.
140.
We played the Pro Tour events on the PDC circuit. The Metrodome, great venue. And I'm sure Brian Dougie Dawson knows all about that.
140.
Great venue, right next to the football stadium. Very friendly town, Barnsley.
60.
Seems to get a lot of stag do's and hen nights for some reason.
57. Jeff, you require 170.
Well, people have been leaving themselves 170 ever since Glenn hit that 167 in the opening leg of the tournament. Jeff has hit a 170, not at the Lakeside in the World
64.
Championships, but he has hit 170s before. He won in the Grand Slam of Darts this year. Passed up that opportunity. But he's going to be back here. 106.
Jeff, you require 106.
Take the first set. Treble 18.
53.
Not without a
Brian,
chance
you require
here of getting it back to
144.
2-2. Chances evaporated for now.
100. Jeff, you require 53.
53. Double 18 for the set. Beautiful guide.
Game shot on the first
didn't even
set.
use it, didn't need it.
J.Smith.
J.Smith, the silencers, kept this crowd very silent. First set to the Canadian.
Second set, first leg, it's Jeff to throw first. Game on. $100.
Jeff off and running, as he was against Asada on Saturday, only to lose the second set.
85.
Needed to draw on his reserves, as those ladies have been doing, I would imagine.
97.
That second set, Sada had a very nice finish, 161. I'm just seeing Jeff Smith tonight a little bit more in the tank.
26.
Speaking to him, I think he felt that he was stronger for the fact that it wasn't a routine 3-0, the fact he had a little hurdle to get over, that it had got back to 1-1. Just a little mini challenge.
There is that age-old argument of, does Jeff Smith have an advantage that he's already played on that stage this week? Doggy Dawson didn't have the privilege of playing in the prelims.
What's your take on it?
There's a couple of ways you can go with it. Brian has earned the right to not have to go through the prelims. That's great. But then there is the risk, of course, that Jeff Smith could have lost to the Japanese player.
100.
He wouldn't even be on that stage tonight, so you can look at it from a couple of angles. But for me, Jeff Smith just looks a little sharper tonight.
$80.
Wouldn't write off Brian Dawson, though. The risk of a pun. It's quite
96.
dogged.
Jeff, you require 126.
But like all dogs, he's got the pedigree. All around the 19s at the moment. Frustrated with himself with that second dart. .162, not a finish.
100.
52, very definitely is.
52.
52 is where you find out where people like to go. He's a tops man. Double top.
Game shot on
That's
the first
why,
leg.
because he hasn't missed it.
Second leg, it's Brian to throw first. Game on.
Great finish. What I like about Jeff Smith is the position of his dart in front of his right eye. It is so textbook.
140.
It's the kind of thing that kids at home can really copy.
Well, he changed darts to win more after reaching the finals of the tournament last year. He won his first event with them, and then after an understandable period of adjustment, now says that he feels as though he's been using them for years. He's got them worn
95.
in. Playing with the same set for 6 months, so he fit his fingers perfectly now. Worn down in the right places. Very happy.
140.
Just using the analogy that you have to throw a double, something like a double four, and you've got one dart at it, just instinctively knows where he is. The dart feels right in his hand now.
36.
You've definitely got to break them in. A brand new set is all well and good when you take them out the packet, but got to work them in with those hands. And a few little dints and little hollows that happen when they clang together. Nothing wrong with that. All you have to do
100
is look at
Jeff,
other players in the draw
161.
for that. I mean, look at Dennis Harbour's darts. I think they're as old as me.
Treble 17 would have left Bull.
93. Brian, you require 130.
That was doable. One treble 20 would have left single 20 in bullseye.
Jeff, you require 68.
And as a consequence, Jeff Smith's now got 68. Now he's got double 10. 2 5s.
63.
Oh, no. Now this 84
Brian,
is very, very doable.
84.
Single 14 leaves bullseye.
Game shot on the second leg. Brian Dawson.
Big dart that,
Third
because had
leg,
he gone
Jeff to
2-0 down there in the
first.
second,
Game on.
really would have been swimming against the tide.
I like his thinking there, Jim, because he didn't gamble on the treble. In this tournament so far, we've seen a lot of singles missed because they've got greedy and gone for the treble to go for a double. Don't bother with the gamble. Go for the big single.
140.
Go for the ball. Win the leg. Brian Dawson, I tip my hat to you, my friend.
That was the first leg of the game where the
99.
player that won it wasn't the first to have a dart at double. $
140. 140.
Well, the Guru's been vanquished, but he certainly enjoyed the ride. Raymond Smith, beaten 3-0 by Gert de Vos. Didn't tell the story at all, did it? And he lost every set 3-2.
57.
He's won a lot of fans this week, me included. I think he's a great ambassador for Australian darts, and I hope it's not the last time we see him.
76.
Clearly immensely proud of the fact that he was the first Australian to win here in this tournament for 8 years. That meant a lot to him.
60.
I hope it's not
Brian,
another
you
8 years
require
before an Australian wins up
145.
there. You never know, he could come back next year and win again.
55. Jeff, you require 164.
Treble 18 with the second dart.
96. Brian, you require 90.
Will he do it again? 2 singles. Go high for the single 20. Went for it this time. Double 5.
Game shot on the
Oh,
third
he's done
leg.
it both ways
Brian
now.
Dawson.
Brian Dawson is turning the screw a little bit.
Fourth leg, it's Brian to throw
Good
first.
doubling.
Game on.
And he's in this set. In command, he holds here, and it's 1 set all.
97.
Brian's first leg against the darts so far this evening.
What's just interesting there is that the first dart at the 20
140.
was underneath the 60. Usually, Brian's the kind of guy who will go for the single, but it was such a beautiful lie. All he needed to do was just sit it on
100.
top, and then he gets the biggest segment of double 5. On that occasion, a calculated risk, which definitely paid off.
24.
Playing the percentages leg by leg, no fixed thought about tactics. Taking each leg as it comes and beginning to build up a head of steam.
135.
And there was no bigger percentage shot than when Eric Bristow didn't go for the bullseye in 1983, and Keith Della punished him.
136.
I think I remember Sid Waddell actually calling it a percentage shot.
137. 130.
Well, all of a sudden,
Brian, you require 32.
he's looking at double 16 and now double 8 to make it 1
Yes,
set
that's game shot and the
each.
second set. Brian Dawson.
Rueful look from J.Smith, he was in control. He won the first set, he won the first leg of the second. Missed darts at doubles to make it 2-0 in that second set. A brilliant bullseye, followed by an excellent double 5. Brian Dawson building up a head of steam. Has it all square at 1-1. Just a little come on to himself there from Brian. Sense
81.
that Jeff feels that he himself is labouring at the moment.
He's making mistakes that he doesn't usually make.
131.
In the background, he's shaking his head as if to say, why am I on 163? That's my own fault.
97.
Brian Dawson is on
Brian, you
60.
require 60.
This is a beauty for the way his darts land, because that, all he's got to do is land it on top. Just
Game
like
shot
that.
on the third set.
2 sets to
Brian
1
Dawson.
to the Englishman.
Full set, first leg. It's Jeff to throw first. Game on.
It was the perfect example of how he puts his darts together. High in the 20, and he's got such a room for error. If he pulls it slightly, it'll just land
60.
on top. And there it is. Beautiful.
One area where Brian has been completely dominant is in the high scores. Look at that, 10 140 pluses.
140.
He's had the 2 180s of the match.
Come on. 85.
Another significant factor is the fact that Dawson's had 17 darts at a double. Jeff has only had 8. In fact, in the last 5
94.
legs, all of which Jeff has lost, he hasn't had a single dart at a double.
That's very un-Jeff Smith-like.
100.
But I think the credit has to go to Dawson for the way he's turned this game around. Some real Yorkshire grit.
60.
Think about some of the previous Yorkshire players and the current Yorkshire players who've graced that stage.
55.
Not one of them can
Jeff,
be called a shrinking violet.
147.
Treble 17. Double 18 for a 147.
115.
Well, I guarantee he
Brian,
didn't do that on purpose.
121.
He's left double 16. He's going to come back for it now. Grimace from Brian Dawson as if to say, I should have had a
25.
shot at the ball.
Jeff, you require 32.
2 16s to take the lead in the 4th set.
Game shot on the
That's
first
better.
leg. Jeff Smith.
Gets a shot at a double and doesn't
Second
mess
leg, it's Brian
around.
to throw first. Game on.
Just stops the rot. Straight away, the punishment is inflicted right back on him.
100.
You know Jeff Smith's into his cars. Some very grunty machines. He's been under the hood.
140.
Painted them up lovely, but he's going to have to shift that gearbox now and get into overdrive. He's going to take this all the way.
91.
His fortunes, by and large, have been in reverse ever since the 6th leg of the game.
140.
A dog with a bone. Just not letting go.
140.
Still waiting for his first
require
maximum.
41.
41. Double 16 for the 2nd leg of the 4th set. Double 8 now.
25. Jeff, you require 170.
This would hurt. Still possible. Not anymore.
98.
Give it a really good crack though.
Brian, you require 16.
The only crack that Dawson wants. It's a big crack in that double 8.
Game shot
There
on
it
the
is.
2nd leg. Brian Dawson.
Good set this.
Third
Very
leg is Jeff
intriguing.
throwing first.
Good match, good pace. Lots more to come.
Well, 96.
It's not absolutely imperative that Smith holds here, but for his peace of mind it is, because if he was to lose this leg and he finds himself 2-1 down in both sets and legs,
96.
have to win the next 2 legs to stay alive. Holding the throw, all but essential here. Is this the moment for his first maximum? Again, just drags that 3rd one south a little bit.
Dougie Dawson hasn't actually got a BDO ranking title to his name yet. Judging by the way he's playing today,
58.
I don't think it'll be too long.
Hasn't got to a final yet. 7 semi-finals without reaching a final. And here he comes again.
140.
Be a great matchup. Whoever wins this against Martin Adams in the next round will be one of the ties of the round. Be a fantastic spectacle. Smith hoping to set up a repeat of his 1st round tie from last year, which he won. He's taken some notable scalps in the past here.
59.
Wesley Harms, Gary
Jeff,
Robson,
you
Robbie
require
Green.
76.
20 for double 18. Double 18 he needs. And
Game
he's
shot
got
on
it.
the 3rd leg. Jeff Smith. Fourth leg, it's Brian to throw
Well, the
first.
objection was crystal
Game on.
clear. Get that hit and stay in control of this set. And that just goes to show that Jeff Smith's got some bottle himself.
134.
Because that was imperative. Have you ever noticed when Jeff is playing well,
136.
he gets a little curl in the lip, as if to say, come on.
The silencer snarl.
61.
One thing we haven't seen this week yet is the Glenn Durrant shuffle. Or has it been retired?
180.
Here's first. And if he can nick this one against the darts, all of a sudden it's 2 sets each.
135.
Fancy Smith for this set now. The way he's been playing the last couple of legs. This is a proper leg of darts, ladies and gentlemen.
105.
He's coming back as well. He's going to be under pressure.
100. Jeff, you require 80.
Well, I thought he'd go treble 17, but we know where Jeff Smith's going. Single 20 for tops. Tops it is. 2-2 it will be.
Game shot.
2-2 it is.
Set.
The
Jeff
silencer
Smith.
is level.
Certainly going to a 5th set, this one. Earlier, Paul Hogan too strong for Martin Phillips, just 3 sets to 2. He's through to round 2. Lorraine Winstanley is, of course, a finalist here after a 2-0 win over Anka Zilstra. Gert was too good for Raymond Smith, although both men played very well. Gert will play Scott Mitchell after that 3-0 win, and it's 2 each. And a tough one to call, Chris.
Yeah, it's almost as we expected it to go. There's not a lot between them, even after sort of the early, after the first break at the second set, their stats were fairly level, and it's continued that way. The only thing is Dawson's finishing's just gone off the boil a little bit, which is allowing Smith back in the match, whose stats have remained over 50%, which is real quality.
Nudging 60 on the checkouts,
especially as we approach set 5.
Very impressive. Back we go to Paul and Jim.
Well, you don't survive those freezing temperatures in Hampton, New Brunswick for 40 odd years.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5th and deciding
building
set.
up that
First
little bit of
leg, it's Brian
resilience.
to throw first. Game on.
That's exactly what Jeff Smith has done. And the average is impressive as well.
60.
Jeff's just above 92 now. That's as high as it's been in the game, and the principal reason his set 4 average hugely impressive.
60.
105. Brian's tidy as well.
105 in a set is proper darts.
100.
Must be something to do with the snarl coming back.
57.
I admire the way that Jeff Smith's darts fly through the air. I think the trajectory is brilliant, but the checkout percentage,
100.
that is world class.
His last 3 darts at doubles have all hit.
100.
Jeff's trajectory, I think, is just about perfect. Leaving his hand,
180.
it doesn't waver in the air.
146.
Jeff hasn't left himself on a finish at 166.
55.
Brian hasn't. taken as much advantage of that as he might have done.
$98. Brian, you require 91.
This leg is definitely not over. That's 12. That leaves 79. Two choices. 19s or treble 13. Single 20 leaves a double.
Jeff, you require 68.
J.Smith needs a nice looking 68, but he's only going to get one shot at a double. That double is going to be double 16.
52.
Oh, and he misses it. Key dart in this match.
40.
And he missed it.
Double 5 to compound the punishment, and he
35.
hasn't been able to do it.
Jeff, you require 16.
Now it's double 8.
Game
Smith
shot on the
leads
first
again.
leg. Jeff Smith.
Yet again, Chris Mason's right. Dougie Dawson's doubles have just gone off the boil. Huge moment.
Second leg, it's Jeff to throw first.
Look at the way that
Game
dart
on.
flies in. Straight as an arrow. Look at that. Beautiful little dip at the end. Lovely angle. And he can build around that dart in more than one way.
134.
He can sneak them underneath. He can get them over the top. Just by the way those darts fly through the air. And he will have worked on the equipment for that particular reason.
121. $58.
Here she comes. Lovely arc. And it doesn't matter how fast you throw a dart, it goes up to come down. Jeff Smith.
100.
Like you say, he changed darting manufacturers last year, but he's worked really hard on this equipment. It looks pretty good to me.
99.
Well, he's in a strong position all of a sudden, having taken that first leg of this deciding set against the darts.
90.
Now he has the advantage. 108 ahead. As things stand at the moment, could do with another treble just to keep that pressure on. He's got it.
125. Jeff, you require 102.
That makes the bullseye that he hit with the last dart even more impressive. Double 16 for 2-0 in this set.
70.
Oh,
Brian, you
boy.
require 85.
I can't believe he's done that. He just cannot
29.
believe that he has missed that 20.
Jeff, you require
I was talking earlier about not
32.
taking gambles. He gambled there.
Game
gamble
shot on the
about
second
that.
leg. Jeff Smith.
Jeff Smith was 2 sets
Third
to
leg,
1
it's
down.
Brian to throw first.
He's now 1 leg
Game
away
on.
from getting to the next round.
What a response. Brian Dawson had won 6 legs in a
30.
row. Jeff Smith has now won 5 of the next 6. And he's just 1 away. Win either of the next 2 legs.
90.
All he's got to do.
Well, Dougie Dawson's got 85 left to get himself in the set. Hits a single 15. He's got 70 left and he goes for a 60.
47.
Why, oh why, Delilah? Go for the big 20. And he did it earlier in the game. And I was singing his praises.
60.
He may have been going for a big 20 and just the nerves may have pulled it a bit. But now he's really up against the fence. Got to come out swinging and fast.
96.
He's had so many 140 pluses in this game, but when he needs them now, it's just eluding him. 30, 47, 96. That's what he's had in his first 9 darts here. Needs those 140s to return now.
140.
There is one.
He's not going away. He's forcing Jeff Smith to hit big numbers.
97.
Monstrous treble 19.
$60.
Match darts in the
Jeff,
hand
you
here of
require
Jeff Smith. Can he
180.
take out 118 for the match? Tops. He's done it.
Shot.
What a way to go!
J.Smith!
5 successive legs to clinch it. Looked as though he was on the ropes at 2-1 down. Couldn't hit a treble, couldn't get a shot at a double. And all of a sudden, he's been able to turn things around. And for the second successive year, he's seen off the threat of Brian Dawson. The number 12 seed is out.
Well, ladies and
J.Smith, semi-finalist and finalist in the last 2 years, is through to meet Martin Adams in round 2. But Brian Dawson, another case of what might have been.